Alright, I want to first and foremost give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Much respect to the brothers laboring in this truth worldwide to wake up the elect of the children of Israel. Right? Now, this lesson is going to go into us singing a new song, and 2/3 of our people can't understand it. Us in mourning, and most of our people having that YOLO spirit, you know. And we're gonna jump right into the lesson. The feature scripture is going to be we're gonna build this lesson off of is Matthew 11 and verse 17, and saying, "We have piped unto you, and you have not danced. We have mourned unto you, and ye have not lamented." So we're out there mourning to our people, letting them know that this word is going to be done away with, letting them know that you need to get right with your God. And they're in the house of myrrh, man. They're in the house of celebrating. Like I said, that YOLO spirit, you only live one spirit. You know, we out there singing a new song to them, letting them know, hey man, you got a chance to come back to your God. But only ones who's able to hear that song are the hopeful elect. So we had actually 3 guys to come up to camp. You know, one new guy, 2 guys that's been there before, and they keep hearing this song, and they're dancing to the song. You know, the Most High God has opened up the understanding to get it. And you have new guy who came in. You know, he's heard the song, and he's been simple with the brothers on the live streams, and the Most High put the spirit on him to come out and conjugate with the brothers, you know, out there in camp, you know, to get some wisdom, knowledge, and understanding to try and hear this new song. But most of our people, they're not trying to hear this new song. So let's read this verse again. This is Matthew 11 and 17, and saying, "We have piped unto you, and ye have not danced. We have mourned unto you, and ye have not lamented." Right? Slakia. Right? So let's get into it. This is Psalm chapter 40 and verse 1. Right? It says, "I waited patiently for the Most High, and he inclined unto me and heard my cry." Right? So each brother, you know what I'm saying, has heard the word of salvation at one point in time, and it registered with our spirit. That was a cry that we sent out to the Most High for understanding. We wanted to know more about this because it registered with us, right? And the Most High inclined his ear unto us. Right? It's like he brought me up out of an horrible pit, out of the miry clay, and set my feet upon a rock, and established my goings. How did he set our feet upon a rock? Yahushua, right? It says if we have Yahushua as our foundation, you know, the proud waves can't beat up against it and destroy that foundation, right? You know, he also established our goings from that point on, because what? We understood. It's like you. We understood that these things are real. We understood that the curse is upon our people. So he established our goings at the same time of putting us on a strong foundation, which is Yahushua, right? You know, what does scripture say? Man goings of the Most High, right? It says, verse 3, "And he hath put a new song in my mouth, even praise unto our power. Many shall see it and fear and trust in the Most High." Right? So many of our people are now turning back to the Most High and fearing him, trying to do what he asks for us to do, trying to rehearse these righteous acts, right? So many of our people now, you know what I'm saying, it's a lot of social media Israelites who will be saved by believing, but they gonna get tested in the second wilderness also now. So us rehearsing these righteous acts is what a foreshadow of things to come. But we are singing this new song to our people, and they're dancing. 1/3 of our people are dancing right now, right? And it's almost time for that gate to be closed, man. Like I said, on the Elder Monarch Zakbar, you had guys saying Shalom, Shalom, passing by. You had 3 guys to come up to the camp, asking, inquiring about the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the Holy Bible. You had even guys pass by our camp yesterday saying Shalom, man. So that this new song that we're singing, those certain spirit of Israelites are now dancing to it, man. Though that mourning that we're laying out to our people, they're hearkening to that mourning, right? So let's go on. It says, "Blessed is that man that maketh the Most High his trust, and respecteth not the proud, nor such as turn aside to lies," man. And that's partial our people, and that's partial Esau, man. Because our people, 2/3 of our people are following after the ways of Esau right now, man. They're turning aside to the lies, man. They're trusting in the pride of Esau, man. I did a video about trusting in the Most High and not trusting in oppression yesterday. So this actually really intertwines with it also. But we are now singing a new song. We're letting our people know who the Heavenly Father is. We're letting our people know that you got to come back to your God, right? So let's get to the next precept, because we're singing this new song, and 1/3 of our people are understanding this new song, man. Scriptures say that once you eat this roll, it's sweet in your mouth and bitter in your belly, meaning your mind, man. So as you understand this truth, man, it becomes bitter to you, because of all the things that your people is going to have to suffer, for righteousness' sake. Let me bring this, and we're going to go to Ezekiel chapter 33, and we're going to start at verse 30. "Also, thy son of man, the children of thy people still are talking against thee by the walls and in the doors of the houses, and speak one to another, every one to his brother, saying, Come, I pray you, and hear what is the word that cometh forth from the Most High," right? So that's what we do, man. We're telling our people through these video epistles and out on the highways and byways, come hear what the Most High is saying to you, man. It says, "And they come unto thee as the people cometh, and they sit before thee as my people, and they hear thy words, but will not do them." Salakia. So 2/3 of our people hear the word, but will not do them. "For with their mouth they show much love, but their heart," meaning that word heart goes back to love, which is your mind, "goeth after their covetousness," man. And that's that YOLO spirit. They're going back to just like I seen a video Elder Monarch Zakbar did on Kevin Gates, where he said, "Man, I understand all that, but get your money up and take care of your family, man." That's covetousness, man. Why would you even want us to be part of this world, man, where wickedness is prevalent, where wickedness is number one, right? It says, and lo, thou art unto them as a very lovely song," right? "Oh, we know we Israelites, yeah, that's good, but you don't do none of the things that's required of you. You're not dancing to this song. You're not in the spirit of mourning. You're not lamenting," right? It says, "And lo, Thou art unto them as a very lovely song of one that hath a pleasant voice and can play well on an instrument. For they hear thy words, but they do not, but they do them not, right? But they hear the words. They hear these breakdowns. They hear the Most High God talking to them right now. But they don't what? They don't want to hearken. We had this one guy come up to camp. Now we had three guys up there in the spirit, and we had this one Jake come up talking about the Most High name is Yahweh, and he was so had a rebellious spirit, and he couldn't dance to this song that we were giving, man. He stood up there for like 15 minutes and asked a question, and he's like, why do y'all say Lord? His name ain't Lord, but we know this. He asked us first, but we asked him, he's like, do you know who you are? He's like, yeah, I'm an Israelite. He's like, yeah, I'm a Levite, matter of fact. But he had a clean, bald ass head, right? And this goes back to that again. We telling our people this lovely song, and they hear the words, but they will not do them, you know. And he had his nigga woman up there, and when we try to tell the brother, you know what I'm saying, no, that's not the name, and he was like, well, what's the name? He was like, well, you know you're an Israelite, and you asking us who we are, and you know we Israelites, so why would you ask us who we are, and you know we're bringing out the word? Just because we said Lord. Well, it ain't for everybody. The name of the Most High isn't for everybody, you know. So that guy right there basically asked, so what's the name? No, we see your spirit. We see how you coming. If you don't have your woman in order, she's blurting out against the prophets of the Most High, right? Because prophet just mean to say before. And again, you calling on a false name, man, right? So let's read verse 32 again. And lo, thou art unto them as a lovely song of one that hath a pleasant voice and can play well on an instrument. For they hear thy words, but they do them not, right? They hear the words, but they don't do them not, man. As we was up there talking to the brother about the ICBM missiles, you seen this woman rolling her eyes, looking down, looking up, looking around, you know what I'm saying? And once we start rebuking him, you know what I'm saying, she squeezed his hand 3 times like, it's time to get out of here. Yeah, it's time to get out of here because your spirit can't deal with the Most High God is finna let out on you, right? Verse 33. And when this cometh to pass, lo, it will come, then shall they know that a prophet have been among them, right? Then they're gonna know once the famine hit. Then they're gonna know once the martial law hit and you got troops in your streets, you know what I'm saying, and the FEMA camps open up and there's a famine, right? Then you gonna know that a prophet is being among you, right? Then you're gonna know that a prophet has been among you, right? But our people, they have a zeal of the Most High, but not according to knowledge. They're puffed up in pride. You know what I'm saying? They even had on that guy ended up having on, him and his woman had on matching outfits, man. It was it was something, you know, you don't normally see, man. But he couldn't dance to this new song, right? He couldn't understand the words that the Most High God was giving out. Why? Because his understanding had been blocked, man, from the beginning. You calling on the false name, you know what I'm saying? You bucking up against the men of the Lord out there on the highways and byways, and you're not doing anything as far as trying to wake up your people, man. Once you know you're an Israelite, man, and then he had a clean shaven head, you know. Once you know you're an Israelite, man, you can't sit on that talent. You can't put that coin in a napkin, man. You can't bury it in a field, man, and think that oh, I know I'm an Israelite, I don't have to do anything. No, don't work that way, man. The Most High God requires usury of what He gives you, man. Right? And that's why we out there singing this new song, because we're trying to obey what Yahweh Bashim Yahushua has given us, man. Right? This is Revelation chapter 14 and verse 3. And they sung as it were a new song before the throne and before the four beasts and the elders. And no man could learn that song but the 144,000 which were redeemed from the earth, right? These men are going to be redeemed from the earth. This is a new song that we're singing right now. And Lord willing, we part of that number. It says, these are they which were not defiled with women. What? These other philosophies, right? This Catholicism, this Christianity, right? For they were virgins. These are they which follow the Lamb whithersoever he goeth. That's another reincarnation scripture, man. These were redeemed from among men, being the first fruits unto power and to the Lamb, right? Those same spirits that was there with him from the beginning, man. So those same spirits was there, and our people are not, for the most part, hearing the song, man. They're not even in mourning, right? Let's get this. Because we out there sighing and crying, man. We out there trying to wake our people up to who they are. And it's like, and once again, we know that 2/3 of our people are not going to understand this, right? This is Ezekiel 9 and 4. And the Most High said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations, that be done in the midst thereof, right? So we out there sighing and crying, man, and Lord willing, we endure to the end to obtain that crown, man. So we out there from the elder apostles on down, man. You know what I'm saying? Giving diligence to making your calling and election sure. Singing this new song. You know what I'm saying? Giving out mourning and lamenting the condition of our people to let them know, man, you're not at rest. This is not your rest, right? In fact, let me get that. 'Cause this place is not our rest. This place is not our rest, man. And that's a part of us out there sighing and crying, right? This is Micah 2 and 10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted, it shall destroy you, even with a sore destruction. So that's the mourning we're giving to our people. This place is polluted, man. It's going to destroy you with a sore destruction, man. It says, be not partakers of her sins, right? It says, come out of her. Let's get that. Let's see, this is that new song we're singing to our people. Right? This is Revelation chapter 18 and verse 4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, and that ye slacken. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive none of her plagues, right? So we telling our people, man, with this new song, come out of Babylon the Great, man. Come back to your God. We're actually speaking to the elect, man. We're trying to capture the elect. We're trying to inquire in the city who is worthy to obtain this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Why? So we can get the hell out of here, man. We tired of being in this wicked ass kingdom. That's why we mourning, right? Let me get this right here. That's why we're mourning, because of the abominations that's done in the midst thereof, right? And we just read in Ezekiel 9. We're sighing and crying, man. We tired of homosexuality. We tired of this shit, man. Cause it's gotta go, man. This ain't how the Most High wanted the world in the first place, right? Alright? This is Job. Make sure this is what I want. This is Job chapter 5 and verse 8. I will seek unto Yahweh, and unto Yahweh I will commit my cause. which doeth great things and unsearchable marvelous things without number, who giveth rain upon the earth and sendeth waters upon the field. And this is the point: to set up on high those that be low, that which mourn, so like that those which mourn may be exalted to safety, right? So we know that the Most High God is going to set those on high that are lowly. What does Scripture say? The first shall be last and the last shall be first, right? So we out there mourning and lamenting to our people, so we can be exalted in that due time, man. It's a job that goes back to the that goes back to the parable of sending out workers to work in the vineyard for a penny, man. You know, you had elders and apostles who's been in this work longer, and they're going to obtain a higher rank, but it's all for the same reward in the kingdom of heaven, man, right? So let's read this again. This is Job 5:11. To set up those that be low, that those which mourn may be exalted to safety, right? So even with the people who hear the song and believe, they're in mourning too, man. So those will be exalted to safety as well, right? Let's get this right here. Let me get a couple more precepts and then we're gonna close out the lesson. Right? This is Isaiah chapter 61 and verse 1. And the Spirit of the Most High Power, Salakia, the Spirit of the Most High Power is upon me, because the Most High have anointed me to preach good tidings unto the meek. He has anointed men to go preach good tidings unto the meek, man. To preach the good news, the gospel, man. Let you know you have a chance of salvation, man, to come back to your God, right? He says, He have sent me to bind up the brokenhearted, to proclaim liberty to the captives, and the opening of the prison to them that are bound, right? I'm trying to heal our people from all the bullshit that they've been through. Not us, but the Most High working through us, right? Because we just utensils. Like Elder Apostle Gabar said, we just utensils. You know, we just a tool, man. Like the brothers was bringing out yesterday, man. We tools, man. We axes right now that's hewing down this system. You know what I'm saying? And later on, the Most High is going to make who? The Israelites his battle axe, man, to throw down these altars, right? It says, verse 2, to proclaim the acceptable year of the Most High, and the day of vengeance of our power, to comfort all that mourn. So when we go out there and teach, man, we comforting our people that mourn and they're sighing and crying, man. You know what I'm saying? The scripture says it's better to be in the house of mourning than in the house of mirth, and Lord willing, we're going to get there. It says, let's read this again. Verse 2, to proclaim the acceptable year of the Most High, and the day of vengeance of our power, to comfort all that mourn, right? To appoint unto them that mourn in Zion, not everybody, in Zion, which means monument, and establish a monument for Israel, everlasting monument, right? It says to give unto them beauty for ashes, the oil of joy for mourning, the garment of praise for the spirit of heaviness, that they might be called trees of righteousness, the planting of the Most High, that He might be glorified, right? And that's what we doing out there, man. We singing a new song to our people. Why? So they can come back to the Most High God and be righteous, man. Be trees of righteousness, right? I said something earlier, house of mourning. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 7 and verse 2. It is better to go to the house of mourning than to go to the house of feasting, for that is the end of all men, and the living will lay it to his heart. Right? So the spiritual living is going to lay it to his heart that it's better to be in the house of mourning right now, man. You know, joy cometh in the morning, as the scripture say. What Yahweh say is the bright and morning star. So when he come back to save his elect, man, guess what, man? That's when joy cometh, man. Right now we're lamenting, we're singing a new song to our people, and we're trying to wake them up. We're not trying to wake them up. We're trying to hopefully wake up the hopeful elect. Lord willing, this has been edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well, who I'm learning this 100% truth from. Much respect to the brothers laboring in this truth worldwide to wake up the elect of the children of Israel. Till the next time I say, Shalom.